So, good afternoon, class. So, today uh, I want us to talk about postmodern literature. It will be our unit for this semester. So, I am your lecturer for literature unit. So, I'm going to take you through postmodern literature, and today I want us to talk briefly on an introductory part on what is postmodern literature, what is about it, maybe the strength and the weaknesses of postmodern literature. So, quickly, let's talk about postmodern. We understand what is postmodern, and for this unit, we'll be talking about postmodern theory. So, first, we shall define the postmodern theory, then, identification of key assumptions of the theory. Then, after that, we shall evaluate the theory, that is, strength and weaknesses. So, the theory is also referred as post structuralist. So quickly, let's go to define. Then after defining, we go to the key assumptions of the theory, then the strength and the weaknesses, and we shall call it a day. So before we do so, we have to note on terminology. So very few of others regarded as postmodern consider themselves as postmodernists, and most intellectuals considered most postmodern are French or French Canadian. So, postmodern is often used as a term of derision, or rather, especially by the new Marxists and conservatives. So, postmodernism is often used interchangeably by post-structuralism, although these mean different things in different fields. And before we talk about postmodernism, yeah, there's a unit to read about about modernism, about the Marxist theory. So it's rather the it's cur- it's current it's almost the same with this one, yeah. So don't forget and don't mix theories about the modernism and the postmodernism, yeah. So um so sorry for that. So it is what postmodernism it's all about. It is a positivist approach of IR that rejects the theoretical revolution as a basis for understanding the international system. So it is defined as incredulity or disbelief towards meta-narratives that are any story told to justify another story. So, a multifaceted theoretical approach which challenges the certainties and dualism of modernism must promote pluralism. So that one was according to Ghana et al. 2009. So this is powered by Michael Foucault and Jacques Derrida in their argument about postmodernism. So let's go. So that's the most of the introductory part about the postmodernism. So let's go to key assumptions of postmodernism. So one, you have the political ideologies have the following: they don't have foundations, no objective standards, no fixed points, no universalism, and no knowledge which is constructed. That is according to Gabel 2000. But celebrates diversity and difference in the world, is a social construction. So those are some of the key assumptions of the the postmodernism. So let's go now to the key understanding of postmodernism theory. So this is an applied theory in IR, once on a margin of the discipline, but has gained ground on the post-Cold War era. So modernity is generally viewed as an era of industrialization, urbanization, globalization, and democratization. So, however, in academic sense, modernity means theoretical revolutions aimed at objective truth. So, but postmodernity refers to an era beyond modernity. So, it is era after modernity. So, IR postmodernism theory charges both the new realist and new rebellious schools' view of state rationality, self-help, and absolutionism. It emerged from the French philosophers in the 1940s and entered the IR discipline in the 1980s. So the new realist and the new liberalist schools donates an idea that IR can be scientifically studied. So that is a certain that trend can be articulated in IR. That is, e.g., the causes of war, the state of cooperation, conflict, humanitarian interventions, etc. Uh, so that's based on the neuralists and the neuroliberists. IR can be explained in singular model and theory. The fact of these two groups try to sell it is that world events follow a certain pattern and they are repetitive. So postmodernists, however, dispute his ideas of patterns and the regular cycles and of the international system. So they argue that mainstream theories are historical and marginalized non-state actors. So postmodernists rather views it as entirely a product of human construction or deconstruction. Based on this, there is no objective knowledge of social phenomena. Rather, each theory of each theory on any given event partially explains the phenomena, but not wholesomely, since it is a product of individual human thinking. So that's why now we have different crop of world citizens uh, is more likely to have the different tastes and attitude of the global political era. So they view their theories as too historical. So so basically that's all about the now the postmodernism theory. So let's tackle something little about its strength and then weaknesses, then you can call it a day. So strengths of the theory. So you have one, you have deflation of academic egos. Two, you have rejections of the universal truth. Then three, it invokes critical thinking on how people construct the world. So the theory weaknesses: one, we have two utopian since it claims to discard other theories, yet it's a theory on itself. Then why should we believe it's also it? Sorry, why should we believe it also if the theorization of the world is social construction and always biased as it claims? Then thirdly, the theory ignores the real world events. It's more of a citation of unpack of global man and it is too destructive. Number four, it is it is a critique of other ideologies than being an ideology in itself. So rather, it criticizes other theories rather than being itself and give its own tenets and why we should borrow the idea of postmodernism theory. So it's all second last. It offers no coherent explanation of the IR field other than criticizing other theorists, as you have seen. Then thus the theory is viewed to be criticism of for the sake of the criticism. So I think we had a short introduction, but basically today we are just doing the introductory part of the postmodern theory, and that's all about the postmodern theory, about the criticism. And it comes the postmodern comes after, or it's behold modernism theory. So have said that, I want us to go to the I want us to go to directly to the discussion forum. I've posted a discussion there. You participate because it will mark you present. Yeah? So have a good afternoon. See you next week.